Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday, March 12th, and I'm going to talk about Beyond the Gates. But before I start, thank you to everyone who liked, watched, shared, commented yesterday and every day, but specifically the people who wish me well. Thank you so much. Still, we are having like a space here, but the pain is so much. It's unbelievable how much better I feel. And anybody in Virginia, in the United States, you need a dentist in Virginia, get at me. I got a referral for you. But I'm not going to just put his information out here like that. Then everybody will be flocking to him, and then he won't have room to see me anymore. But easily the best dentist in the world. All right, Beyond the Gates. Once again, as usual with this show, I'm watching it and forget I'm supposed to be taking notes and just kind of enjoy the show. But I just finished watching it like 20 minutes ago, so hopefully whatever I didn't type down in my phone will still be fresh. And if not, comment below and let me know. So we start with Naomi and Eva. She's helping her with her speech and kind of some other. Eva's helping Naomi prepare her speech for the award ceremony tonight, which I think it's gonna tomorrow. We'll actually get to that, but it'll probably be the beginning of it. Whatever crazy thing is gonna happen will probably not happen till Friday. But that's how the Friday cliffhangers work, and then we can talk about it all weekend and wonder what's gonna happen next. Eva did say something funny to Naomi. She was making suggestions and changes for her speech, and she said maybe mention the bad times. If you've ever had any. I chuckled at that because it was very childlike, but also real shit. Like, from the outside looking in, I wouldn't expect someone like Eva or someone like from me, like from a lower income background, to anticipate that someone so wealthy, so rich, who has it all, could ever not have it all. So I appreciated that. Then later on, I'll just stick with Naomi and Eva. Later on, Andre comes, and I had to watch. I was like, Andre, leave Eva alone. She is no. And then Naomi said the same thing, which I was glad, because we don't need Andre messing with. I was trying to figure out the relation. His recent partner's potential niece-in-law? I don't know, but I know it's messy, and I don't want it. No, thank you. Nicole said when she got up to go with Andre to go take pictures, she had to tell Eva, I gotta find a way to pay you back. I was like, girl, cash will work. You ain't gotta think about it. You don't have to do no list. Like, just money. She's working for you. Give her a bonus. I'm pretty sure she would love cash. And actually, I'm sure Eva would love something like a thoughtful gift just as much as cash. But cash also works. Because she was very helpful in the changes she made, suggestions she made for changes in the speech, but also she was like very prepared. She's like, oh, you need this? I got it already. Oh, you wanted to do this? I got it already. Got it. That's a good ass assistant. I know her mama, crazy ass Leslie, ran Laura off the road, but Laura should probably stay off. Laura should go ahead and go to Hawaii with her man like she was planning. She should recover there and stay far away from those people, because who knows what Leslie might do next time. Leslie couldn't have predicted that Laura would just be hurt a little bit when she ran her off the road. She could have killed her, and I don't think she would care. And this is probably the most animated I've been all day, and now I'm doing all this talking. I'm like, whoa, you just had a tooth pulled yesterday. Slow down. I think I'm just excited to talk, so sorry, I might have to temper myself a little bit. I said temper myself. As in tame the tempers. Okay, any Severance fans, y'all would have got that joke. I was making it for my daughter over there, but she didn't hear me. I made a temper joke.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you. All right. So we I have Ashley and Andre. Ashley's at the hospital. Then Andre comes in and she says, "Oh, hey, partner." If she partner one more time, I swear I want to throttle that girl. Stop it. Like, because Derek seemed like such a good man. Oh, I was trying to figure out my notes because I was like, what did my daughter say? I have right here that my daughter says, Where as soon as Andre came out the elevator, and he was watching Ashley, she was like, "Don't take a picture like a weirdo." And what does he do? Pulls out his camera and takes a picture like a weirdo. I love moments like that. I was telling my daughter when we were watching that this soap is really good at that. Like, part of watching a soap opera is talking to the TV screen, yelling at it. And so often you feel like you're just talking to yourself, like they're not paying attention, because like they aren't paying attention. It's a one-way screen. But when a show, especially a soap, can do it right, to where it's like they do respond to you, they do address whatever you said 5 seconds ago, it's like soap magic, and I love it so much. And so that moment made me think of that, because my daughter said don't do something, and then he did it. And there were a couple of other moments in the show where I was like, what about this? And then they whatever it is. So I just want to say good job to the writers. We appreciate you. You are entertaining us, which is the point. All right, so then Andre gives Ashley the framed collage of them with the baby and all of that stuff, and I'm just over it. I'm really over it. Then we see Derek come through on a stretcher with his fellow firefighters. He's hurt. I was anticipating, like, at first I was anticipating that he would, like, we would have like a paralyzed story where it'd be like his back was temporarily broken, or legs or something, where he would like have to recover, and she would have to take care of him and nurse him back to health, and start resenting him as a man, and find her way into Andre's arms, over a course of a couple of weeks or whatever. Then it started seeming like, once we saw all the signs of the concussion, of amnesia, I thought, oh, this is Grey's Anatomy did this one time. And I know other shows have done it too, but Grey's Anatomy was my favorite. Not now. It's been too long. I call Grey's Anatomy an abusive relationship at this point. It's toxic. We need to let each other go. We went past it. It's ran its course. Too much. I really haven't felt the same about Grey's Anatomy since Sandra Oh left. Losing Derek was hard, but really for me, when Christina left, it was like, it was never the same. And then, I like Amelia is probably the character I care about most now. But most of the cast, I don't even know their names anymore, because I don't watch the show. I watch like an episode, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes out of the whole season. It just doesn't, I don't connect with it anymore. But if I'm flipping through the channels, or I see a trailer where it has Amelia in it, then I will watch it, because I do very much care for that character. She's been through so much. I remember one day I was telling my daughter about Amelia's like story, her backstory. She's like, oh my God. I was like, yes, my girl been through it. Those tend to be the characters that I love the most. That's why I'm still grieving over Callie Monaco as Sam at General Hospital. She went through so much. I went through so much. It's like we went through so much together. A lot of the things that Sam went through, I went through. That's why, even though I don't like Elizabeth on General Hospital, I still care for her, because unfortunately, a lot of things that she went through, I also went through. And I know this is not unusual. Sometimes I worry I sound like a crazy person who can't distinguish reality and fact from fiction. But I know this is why we watch the soaps. And I know that a lot of women, I can only speak for women, I don't know about men, but a lot of these things we've all gone through. And I know a lot of the things aren't unique to women, so guys go through them too. I don't know. I went to Grey's Anatomy, and now I'm on Trauma and Pain, back to General Hospital, and we're supposed to be talking about Beyond the Gates. Pay attention. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I do feel better than I felt in a while. So y'all getting all this energy. But so we see Derek is hurt. It's looking like it's going to be short-term amnesia. But you can have short-term amnesia. Well, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say for a long term. Yeah, I'm probably just not using the right word for what it is. Because that is opposing concepts. But I've seen other shows, not in real life, but on other shows, medical shows, where someone is stuck in that condition for an extended period of time. So that would be incredibly frustrating. I don't know. Maybe it'll make me feel bad for Ashley. Imagine that. I wouldn't know how to feel. Bad for Ashley. So we see them talking back and forth, and that's when we realize he has a short-term amnesia, so it appears. He can't remember her name, and he was so sweet. He was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. And, he didn't want to tell her. And she was very kind to him about it. And she says, besides, Ashley's fine. That's my name. But Babe works just fine. You can keep calling me Babe. I was like, Ashley, he's not going to remember that shit in 2 minutes. So, like, what are you doing? Write it on the Post-it. Oh, Post-it. That's another Grey's Anatomy reference. All right, but yeah, I just chuckled at that scene that probably wasn't supposed to be funny. And then we have Martin and Smitty. Another argument because that's all Martin knows how to do. He does not know another form of communicating, but besides, because I said so and I'm a man. He is so annoying. Not just because of that, because that can be like if he was like Idris Elba, then I'd be like, yeah, I think you should do what he say. I get it. Like he knows best. But Martin is no Idris. And he's really just rude. Idris would be nicer about it. I imagine. And then this is another instance of me talking to the TV and the TV talking back. Martin was like, well, what about our kids? You want to go back to work? Who's gonna take care of our kids? I said, what kids? We ain't seen no kids. Then the kids walked through the door. I was like, okay, Beyond the Gates, I see what you're doing. I appreciate that. It was nice to meet the kids. So I did have a bit of an issue for a moment with the show. Because I want to be honest about the things that I enjoy, but also the stuff that I find that I take issue with. Call it negative critique, feedback, whatever. Constructive criticism. That's what it is. But listening to the kids talk, and the boy said no cap, and it was something the daughter said. And as soon as the son said no cap, I looked at my daughter because I expected her to like call them out on cringy dialogue or something, but she was in her phone. Is there anything more 17-year-old than that? I ain't even say nothing at first. I just looked away and was like, oh, okay. Play it cool. I just watched my show. Act like it's not happening. I'm lucky she's even watching it with me. It's okay that she's on the phone. And then the daughter said something that also made me cringe. And then I did tell my daughter on the commercial about the exchange. She didn't even know. And then I thought about it. I was like, well, maybe that's accurate. Because I didn't expect... It felt like the writers who wrote that dialogue were trying to write for kids. Versus, one thing I really appreciate about this show is that they speak in black voices. You know, if you're from the culture, you get it. If you don't, you don't. I'm sorry. But on other shows, when you have black characters, it's pretty clear to those who get it that a black person didn't write that dialogue. They only wrote what they thought a black person would say. So that's how I received that scene, and someone was writing it as if they thought a teenager would say. But then I thought about it when I was telling my daughter, as I was saying it, I was thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, I'm probably cringe too, because she'll say something and I'll be like, facts. And I don't, where I get facts from? YouTube? I don't know. But my point is, I'm sorry, Beyond the Gates writers, I was wrong. I reflected on it, and I now understand that you're doing a great job. I'm thirsty. All right, yeah, this whole paragraph is about that, and my realization that I am guilty of that as well. And so they continue with their family meeting, and Martin begrudgingly agrees to let Smitty take one job just to give it a try, and it just, I left that scene feeling very gross. I get that you have an alpha in the relationship and the family. I can't believe I just used that word. No cap. I did it wrong, but I did it on purpose. No, but whatever you want to call it, alpha, head of the family, patriarch. I get that those are traditional family dynamics, so why not? But he's such an ass about it. I don't like it. And I need flashbacks to see them dating. I need to see how Martin got Smitty, because I can't see it. Like, did he tell him, get in the car? Oh, sorry, it made me think about another Severus joke. Anyway, let me focus here. I don't like their family dynamic, even though it was nice to meet the kids. What do y'all think Martin did? I know Kyrese, guys, if anybody's watching me probably knows Kyrese's channel, but if you don't, look it up. Kyrese Clark. He is a YouTuber who's been doing this longer than me. I know him from going in Albert Bostic's chat, who's our YouTuber who's been doing this longer for both of us. But anyway, Kyrese mentioned that he thinks Martin killed someone. And I think that tracks. I hadn't really thought about it too much, so I can't take credit for that. If that's true, that's Kyrese, not me. But who knows? We'll see. Whatever it is, it's making him feel guilty. He can't sleep. I didn't like when the kids came running downstairs, like, oh, what was that? And they're like, oh, it's fine, go back to bed. If this is not new, then they should already know dad has nightmares, right? Like, especially if they're all upstairs and like he doesn't always sleep downstairs, they should have heard the nightmares before. Like, I need a conversation about something being soundproof or something, bedrooms being soundproof or something to explain why those kids aren't used to this. Like Smitty is used to this, like Martin is used to this. And maybe there was something in the dialogue and I just missed it, because it is a lot to be absorbed in the scene, laugh with my daughter, take notes, and enjoy everything at the same time. So I may have missed a line. If so, please correct me below. I would appreciate it to know what I'm missing. All right, we have Vanessa and Doug. And Diego. I should have Vanessa, Doug, and Diego. They're practically a threesome, even if Doug don't know it. That woman, for her to later on in the show tell Diego she's not looking for a commitment, she can't be tied down, whatever. You surely was watching him while you was with your husband. There was a beautiful woman who was flirting with him with her green juice, flirting with Diego, and Vanessa could not stand it. Maybe she don't want Diego like that, but she don't want nobody else to have him like that. I don't know what everybody think. Are he working you out? You think he ain't working nobody else out? Like, you ever seen the movie Dirty Dancing? You think Johnny was just dancing with Vivian? No. Johnny was dancing with all them old women. Diego is working out all those women. You should know better. But yeah, so she's jealous. But then she had the audacity to tell Doug, like, he's being a great husband. She's like, oh, this is such a change. I'm enjoying it, blah, blah, blah. But then when she's distracted watching Diego, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention. That woman just ordered something really interesting. I think I'll have what she's having. Now, I've seen Harry Met Sally, so I get the reference. I get it for those of us who are senior citizens. But that was so trifling, right in your man's face. Like, ugh. Like, I want to feel bad for her knowing that Doug is about to run her pockets. But it's hard when she is doing other things in public places. Then she smacked Diego later on and then said she wasn't jealous. I'm like, well, what is going on there? Like, it's giving jealousy. It's so wild. Vanessa is wild, but it was entertaining. I just couldn't believe what was happening right before my very face. Speaking of Doug, dummy Doug, we have Joey, aka the real Kevin / Ryan Collins, and Randy. I actually paid attention. I'm so glad for the closed captioning, because we could not remember Randy's name for nothing, and then Joey called him Randy, so it was in the closed caption. So now I will try my best to remember that is Randy. Why is Randy? I don't remember the story where they was talking about, but Randy chose to announce to all of us that he hadn't been intimate for a while. I don't know why we needed to know that, but now I know that. Better keep Randy and Vanessa away from each other. But anyway, Joey and Randy there at the diner, it was a little bit repetitive. Their conversation kind of went in circles. Randy was like, why do you care about Doug? Joey was like, because he owes me money. It's basically just about control and power. I just wish Randy didn't come off so stupid in it, because he's like asking the same question in a different way over and over. And Joey has answered him. Like, he answered him in the car the other day. He answered him twice today. And then again at the poker room or wherever they was gambling at. Like, Randy, I don't know how bright you are, sir. I hope you have other career aspirations. Yeah, and we see Randy kind of offering Doug to play poker with the high stakes, the richer people. And Doug is actually smart. He's like, nah, it's a little rich for my blood. I'm going to stay with my, the other broke people like I usually play with. And Joey's like, no, I trust you. Here, take this. And he actually gets the bartender. Guys, if you didn't pay attention to the bartender in that scene with Joey and Doug, watch it again and pay attention to the guy in the back. He's listening to him, and you can tell he's like, it's a sucker born every day. He know what's about to happen because he done seen it happen so many times. And then after he hands the chips to Joey, he go back over there and laugh in Doug's face. Like he got you, homie. Like, he done seen that shit happen so many times. I appreciate the background actors acting in this show. Like it's must be hard. As you know, a day player, you come in, you getting $100 for the day. They tell you stand there, pretend like you talking, pretend like you eating, pretend like you not in the background. I appreciate the direction of this show. They're saying, hey, yeah, if you hear people talking shit, you should be listening. If you see somebody get smacked, you should look. Like if somebody walk by being loud, you should, like, they should get your attention. Like in real life. I appreciate that so much. Because that chuckle, was that my favorite moment of the day? I don't know. That might be my favorite moment of the day. I did rewind this to show my daughter that it happened. So that little thing, I appreciated it. So you're doing a great job. I'm about to turn this fan because I'm getting hot. If I turn it up high, then maybe I can have my hair blowing in the wind. Oh, it's doing it. Let me stop. I was playing. My daughter's looking at me. She's probably cringing. I couldn't help it. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not why you're watching to hear me be silly. All right. So the last thing I have is that Leslie don't care about Eva. I'm still not convinced that's her mom. Like, I'm not convinced. I actually feel like Leslie could have stole that baby. I would not be shocked if we find out that the story is that one of the things Nicole and Ted went through was losing a baby, but the baby wasn't lost. That Leslie stole the baby from the hospital or something and took her as her own. Which would be sad, but that's a good story, and I'm interested to see Eva come into terms with that, and Nicole come into terms with that. I think it's so many different ways that can go, and you guys know I compare Eva to Carly, the original Carly, Sarah Brown's version of Carly on General Hospital, and it just gives me calls back to those scenes with Bobby and Carly, like at the beginning and the middle. For those who only started watching in the past 10 years or so, whoo, Carly put Bobby through it, ruined her life. Tony helped. Tony, yeah, okay. Tangent, I'm sorry. One day I'm just going to do a video just to talk about General Hospital and the history. Oh, all right, it's already a plan for that. There's another fan that you guys know better than you know me, and it's going to happen one day. I keep hitting at it, but we will let you guys know before it happens that it's going to happen. So if you're a long-time viewer, stay tuned. We got something cooking for you. I thought my daughter was going to cringe when I said something cooking. Now I'm just throwing words out there to see if she reacts. And she's not. Maybe I'm being too thirsty. She looked at that one. That's all the cool words I know. I'm done. I'm out. All right, but no, that doesn't make you cool. She said I was being rad. I think she's trying to communicate with me in my old lady terms. We didn't say rad. We said dope. All right. Anyway, Eva, it was so sad to hear Eva excited about her day and helping Nicole and like all the purpose she felt and how excited she was. And Leslie is just looking at her like, bitch, you on the wrong side. Like, I don't think that's her mama. I really don't. Yeah, that's all I got. So 23 minutes. I didn't think I would go that long. But that's because half of the stuff I was talking about wasn't Beyond the Gates. But no disrespect to Beyond the Gates. The fact that you can bring that conversation out of me, I clap for you. I applaud you. I appreciate you. Just like I appreciate everyone watching, liking, commenting, engaging, sharing, all of that. The fact, I looked at my analytics today. I didn't, not in depth look, but just looked at them. And most of the people that watch are returning viewers. And like, I get it. Some people subscribe, some don't. I appreciate it, but like the fact that you keep coming back to like watch me is, I don't know. I appreciate it very much, and I'm so grateful for the structure you have given me and the hope that you've given me and the encouragement. I just imagine this past month would have been very, very different for me had I not been able to come and hang out with you guys. So thank you. Live long and prosper.